Alright geeks, thanks for checking us out. Make sure you stick around to the end of the video. Check for our giveaway list. We have a lot of legends to give away, and you want to make sure that you're a part of it. Who doesn't like free stuff?
Alright, Gamerverse Captain America. He's Captain America, but not as you know him. Let's go. Alright, so this is Captain America from the upcoming Avengers video game, and as you can see, you're looking at him at the box, that his shield and his uniform are pretty different from any version we've seen before. So that's a breath of fresh air, because we get a lot of Captain America figures, and it's a lot of samey. Alright, the side box art is the same as the other Gamerverse figures. It's the really ugly renders from the upcoming game. Let's hope they don't do that Thor figure. Injected with an experimental super soldier serum, Steve Rogers has the peak potential of strength, endurance, and dexterity. Yay! In his cage, looking blue. From the back, no accessories except for the shield, of course. Alright, here's a look at the shield. It's very different. I don't know if this takes inspiration from the comics. I've never seen this shield in the comic before. Kind of like it. It's different. There's the inside. Of course, it's got the peg for his back and the clip for his arm. Close up. There's a shot next to Cap's MCU shield. So we've got Captain Steve Rogers here, finally looking different. You might have heard me mention, and I think in the last video I did, about how often Hasbro's been doing Captain America, Iron Man, Spider-Man, and Wolverine. So getting another Captain America usually isn't that exciting, but this is different. His uniform looks very similar to maybe a Hydra agent, except painted blue. It's totally different from anything else we've gotten before, so that's a good thing. So you don't have to feel stressed about buying yet another Captain America unless you just look at this and plain don't like it. So the paint job looks pretty good. First glance, it looks neat. I don't see anything really to complain about. Same for the legs. Even coat of blue. The boots and the knee pads are a dark gray. Alright, well, taking a look at America's ass here. Same. Paint looks nice and even. Serial number looks a little bit smaller than usual, so I won't complain. Meh. Back looks pretty good. You see he's got leather straps here, holding his shoulder armor in. Colored evenly. Looks good. Straps, though, on his vest are the same color as the vest. They could have painted those white or something. They cheaped out there. And let's see, back here, I don't know if those studs are just a pattern or if those are pockets, but I wish it would have been nicer if all these little accents here were painted, so that way they would stand out from the vest. But I guess that's too much to ask for a $20 figure. Back of the head looks good. Paint is nice and smooth, shiny. There's a little bit of hair showing from under the helmet. Does not have paint bleed over to the neck. That's cool. Nice little touch. Side profile, you see he's got the wings painted flush with his helmet. Nice silver, pops off. Face sculpt looks pretty decent from the side. Alright, let's dig in. Alright, so you do get a full 360 on the head. You see it's facing backwards there. Head was, so it wasn't too stiff, wasn't too loose, felt good when it was turning. Alright, so this is his head looking straight forward. So you can see the contrast between when he's looking down. And that's down, even though it doesn't look like it. That looks like straight forward. So he doesn't really get a lot of chin action there. And believe it or not, that's looking up. And he does not have a lot of range. And you would think there would be something in the back of his head that was maybe stopping it, or maybe his chest was puffing out, but no, he just doesn't have range on his head. So from the front, you can tell he's looking up, but from the side, it doesn't look like he's looking up at all. So not a lot of range there. And that's his head, again, looking straight forward, just so you can see the difference. I know it's hard to tell, so that's why I'm going back and forth. All right, so these shoulder plates are very similar to the ones that are on Iron Man from this same wave. They almost look like they're turned upside down, but they're not quite the same when you compare them. But just like with Iron Man, to get his arm to go up at all, I had to rotate it backwards and then bend it. This left arm doesn't want to give it all. It's not going up or down. It's pretty tough. So I've got to get it loosened up. But his arms, you can see, they don't go very high. That's as high as I could get it to go. I don't think it's the shoulder plate that's actually stopping it. It could be, but mine seemed like it was stopping before the shoulder plate even made a connection. So not a lot of articulation there in the shoulder joint. All right, so we do get the full bicep swivel, 360 degrees, and they're pretty loose. Oops, didn't mean to do that there. Do have the double jointed elbow. Let's see how far in that bends. There we go. Got a decent range there. Get up to his forehead. Wrists are loose, but not too loose. They give a little resistance. Right wrist is a little bit looser, but it's not bad. The bend down is nice and stiff on the right arm. That's good. So check yours. Pop. All right, so let's check that abdominal crunch. Capitan has been working out. He gets a little bit of crunch in there. It was one click, I believe, but it was a steep click, so goes pretty far forward, decent. Now back is a different story. He got 2.5, almost 3 clicks back, and look at that. He can get some matrix action with that. Oh, Captain, are you okay? I can see your woofle. I can see inside of you. Round and round she goes, full 360 swivel on the waist. Does have intermittent clicking, but the clicks are not strong and solid like I like, but it's not bad. It's not loose per se. It's not as stiff as I would like it to be. All right, 360 degrees on the leg swivel. As you can see, he's got these knee pads here. Do they come off? They look like they might come off, but pulling on them now, they feel like they're glued in the front. Got painted on fake pockets there. He does have his utility belt. Sorry, Batman. Turns around. Does it open in the back? No, it does not open. But if you really want to get it off, you can. You know how to do it. Nice fully laced gray boots. On my monitor, they look kind of bluish, but they are gray, so trust me. Crazy range on the double jointed knees. Look how high his boot is getting above his butt, almost touching it. That is fantastic. I can already see him posing in some awesome like jumping scenes. Matter of fact, I think I'm gonna do something with Photoshop. Let me not give my idea away, but man, that's awesome. Look at that bend there. Calf and thighs almost touch. I bet they can if you squeeze. Not quite, but really good. Pleased with that. Pleased with that. All right, so this foot is really loose. Check yours. This is the right foot. The left foot is loose, but not as loose. Do get a decent angle pointing down. Not a huge range pointing up. This foot is pointing up even though it looks straight ahead. You can see it compared to the other foot that is pointing straight ahead. So not a lot of range there. Yippee, I can do a wide split. Split action is pretty good. Cap looks very happy. Bambi. All right, so here's the good captain with his shield on his back. He's breaking in through glass into a warehouse and he's reaching back for his shield. He's about to grab it. I actually had his hand on the shield a second ago. It popped off. Tight work. Here's Cap diving backwards, avoiding those bullets. Shield in hand. All right, so it's been about 10 minutes. I really like this figure. I appreciate the fact that his uniform was different when I took it out of the box, but I actually like it. It's growing on me. He's deaf. For those of you who are too young to know, back in the 80s, deaf meant awesome. Here's Cap catching his shield after it banged off the wall on a few bad guys' heads. Sweet! When caps collide. Alright, so what do you think of this guy? What do you think of this Captain America? Is he different enough? Do you like him? I'm digging him. Of this wave, he's either my number 2 behind Rage, or my number 1 tied with Rage. Time will tell after I pose him and play with him a little bit, but I can see I'm going to do a lot with this guy. So check out my Instagram. I'm going to be taking some pictures with him. I really like him. You going to pick him up? You going to add him to your Cap collection, or is it one Cap too many? Sound off, geeks. Remember, like, subscribe, help us grow. The bigger the channel gets, the bigger things I can do. Check the link at the end of the video for the giveaways. We're doing some milestones and we have some unannounced surprise giveaways too, so make sure notifications are turned on. Alright, till next time. Geek, Cap, Gamerverse Wave, out.